The prayer this evening will be delivered by the good delegate representing Baltimore County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This prayer is from Proverbs 3:1-8. My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commandments in your heart, for they will prolong your life for many years and bring you peace and prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck and write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. We thank you for this evening. We ask you for wisdom, and we ask you to make our path straight. Amen.
Amen. Quorum call.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. There being 134 members present, the House is now in session. So ordered, petitions, memorials, and other papers. Message from the Senate, consent calendar number 16. Senate bills introduced in the House. The clerk will read the first bill and committee assignment.
Senate Bill 1, Senator Augustine, Economic Matters.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So much be considered the reading of Senate Bill 1, be considered the reading for all the bills on the calendar.
Hearing no objections, the bills are read the first time and referred to the appropriate committees. Report of the Rules Committee, report number 2. This report is a consent calendar. The clerk will read the first bill.
House Bill 1463, re-referred to appropriations.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move the reading of House Bill 1463 be considered the reading for all the bills on the calendar.
So ordered. All the bills are referred to the appropriate committees. That ends the work at the desk. Delegation announcements. Any delegation announcements? Recognizing the minority whip.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Frederick County delegation will have a very brief voting session outside the Old House Chamber directly after the Carroll County delegation has their voting session. Thank you.
Any other delegation, though? Gentleman lady representing Carroll County.
As my good friend just mentioned, the Carroll County delegation will have a brief voting session immediately after session. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Any other delegation announcements? Okay. Any caucus announcements? Recognizing the Democratic caucus chair.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, tomorrow morning, 8:45, the Democratic caucus will be meeting in the Prince George's County delegation room. Thank you. See you at 8:45.
Recognizing the Republican caucus chair.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, tomorrow morning, I know you just had to set your clocks up and your sleep is a little fouled up, but we're going to be meeting tomorrow morning at 8:45 in the Baltimore City delegation room. 8:45.
Okay. Okay. Women's History Month, recognizing the good delegate representing Baltimore City.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, I apologize. So, colleagues, tomorrow is Equal Pay Day, and I want to talk tonight about a woman who understood earlier and better than most that the rights of women are inextricable from the rights of workers and the broader fight for social justice. The Reverend Dr. Pauli Murray, who was born in Baltimore City in 1910, became one of the most influential leaders of the last century, and until recently, one of the least known and appreciated. When Dr. Murray graduated from college during the Great Depression, her focus was on workers. One of her first jobs was at the Workers' Education Project in New York. followed by the Southern Tenants Farmers Union and the Workers' Defense League. The Workers' Defense League was created by A. Philip Randolph and Norman Thomas to provide legal assistance to workers, including sharecroppers. Her work in that role, particularly around the issue of sharecroppers, led her all over the country speaking to audiences about the web of economic and political injustice in the Jim Crow South. It also led her to organize a protest march on Washington and a lasting friendship with Eleanor Roosevelt. It also led her to become a lawyer. She was, unsurprisingly, a superstar, first in her class at Howard University Law School, where she was the only woman. She was the first African-American, man or woman, to earn a doctorate in juridical science from Yale Law School. They have since named a college after her, but in very recent years. Along the way, she learned an LLM from Berkeley, and she served as a deputy attorney general in California. Her work that she began as a student, she later turned into a book, and that book provided a framework for challenges to state segregation laws. It was cited by Thurgood Marshall as critical to the work of the NAACP, particularly in the Brown v. Board of Education litigation. And it was her legal scholarship equating sex to race in the context of the 14th Amendment that Ruth Bader Ginsburg at the ACLU Women's Rights Project used as the backbone of the legal strategy that was ultimately successful in guaranteeing equal rights to women. Murray, who co-authored the ACLU briefs with Ginsburg, knew that the path to equality under the law began with workplace rights and the novel idea that two people who perform the same function should receive the same pay. Murray went on to co-found the National Organization for Women in 1966, and during the drafting of the mission statement insisted that the focus on legal rights be broadened to social justice for, quote, all who suffer deprivation. Dr. Murray, who was gender nonconforming and queer in a time when there was no language or social movement that described her life and identity, was uniquely aware of what it meant to be marginalized. Excuse me. In the 1970s, she left academia to enter the seminary, and she became an Episcopalian priest, one of the first women and the first woman of color to be ordained. After her ordination, she returned to Baltimore and served for many years in Maryland and in the DC region. She never stopped writing and advocating and thinking. She said, quote, what is often called exceptional ability is nothing more than persistent endeavor. She also said, one person plus one typewriter constitutes a movement. So in this month of honoring women, and on the eve of the day when we recognize the unfulfilled promise of equal pay, let's all remember the persistence of Dr. Reverend Pauli Murray. Thank you.
Very nicely done. Are there any personal or guest announcements? I don't know who got it. Gentlelady from Baltimore City.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm here to acknowledge a group that has traveled fairly far, all the way from Donaldsonville, Louisiana. They are the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council. They were here initially for a National League of Cities event that unfortunately kind of got derailed. So guess what? They want to learn about history on the East Coast. So they've seen the White House, they've gone to Baltimore City Hall, and they're here tonight in the oldest continuously operating state capitol in the nation. So I would like to ask the member of the Donaldsonville Mayor's Youth Advisory Council to stand.
And they are. Any other personal or guest announcements? Gentlelady representing Anne Arundel and every place else. Prince George's. Go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you so much. It is with profound honor that I introduce a group that is close to my heart, the Vision and Purpose Women of Influence. This group represents a symphony of voices resonating with the wisdom, resilience, and unwavering dedication of women from diverse backgrounds. It is perfect that they're joining us here tonight, Madam Speaker, during Women's History Month, as they are a testament to the transformative power of a woman's influence. Please let's give them a big round of applause.
Any other personal or guest? Gentlelady from Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On behalf of the Running Caucus, I have two announcements to make. The first is just the reminder that every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 we meet at the State House steps for a run, and there's longer runs, and there's faster, and there's slower, and running and walking. And I wanted to make the reminder because I'm sure that the reason that most of you aren't there is just that you forgot. So you're welcome to come. The second announcement is that the Running Caucus is organizing the General Assembly and Friends Tough Mudder team. And the Tough Mudder this year is on May 19th, and it's a 10K run with a bunch of muddy obstacles in the way. And we also leave no one behind on that particular race. And you are welcome to join us. And please see myself, or permission to use delegate's name?
Permission granted.
Myself or Delegate Embry, if you are interested in being in the Tough Mudder. Maryland General Assembly are friends, so we want General Assembly members, but also if you have staff or interns or others who are interested in joining, let us know. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Gentleman from Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to use the delegates' names?
Permission granted.
Thank you. On behalf of Delegate Shetty and Delegate Kaufman, it is my pleasure to introduce the Doctor of the Day from District 18, Dr. Walter Giblin, who is a dermatologist from Anne Arundel Dermatology. Thank you, everybody.
Gentlelady from Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I wanted to take a moment and share with you that tonight is the first day of Ramadan. For those who are observing, this means that they fast during daylight hours and have probably just broken the fast an hour ago, exactly, actually, at 7:12. The fast is about really centering on who you are and what kind of character you want to become. It is looking inward instead of looking outward to fix problems. And it is also about cultivating empathy and love within yourself. As you feel hunger during the day and thirst during the day, it helps to connect you to individuals across our state and the world who are suffering from hunger. And children, as we know, are as well in this difficult time. So I just wanted to take a moment to recognize that and ask all of you to join me in saying Ramadan Mubarak to the 350,000 Muslims in our state. Thank you.
Gentlelady from Baltimore City.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. On behalf, permission to use the delegate's name.
Permission granted.
On behalf of Delegate Stephanie Smith and Delegate Kaylin Young, tonight we had 45th District night, and so we have some guests up there that we would like to acknowledge and just say thank you for coming and hanging out with us. So thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Did they stand up or? Stand up. Gentlelady from Prince George's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to use delegates' names?
Permission granted.
Thank you so much. Tonight was District 25 night, so on behalf of Delegates Roberson and Delegates Roberts, we welcome, if they are still here or they may be on the Senate side, the constituents of District 25. Thank you. They may be in the gallery.
Gentlelady from Prince George's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like to say Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. Glad that the gentlelady from Montgomery County announced that today was our first full day of Ramadan. I'd like to also acknowledge that we have imams from across the state joining us today. So if they would stand and rise, it's a great honor to have them here. I think they're still up there. It's a great honor to have them here on this first day. And Ramadan is needed now more than ever in our world. So as everyone is observing and praying, we just ask that you pray for peace all over the world. Thank you.
Gentleman from Anne Arundel.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just a friendly reminder, colleagues, the basketball caucus will be playing tonight. That's right, with my Vice Chair, permission to use delegate's name.
Permission granted.
My Vice Chair, Kaylin Young, and it's my understanding that Delegate John Carden will be joining us tonight. So we will see you at St. Mary's High School, we'll say 8:40. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay. Any other person or guest? Gentleman from Prince George's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is indeed District 25 night, and it's a wonderful Women's History Month. Is anybody enjoying this month thus far? I am so grateful during this Women's History Month. Not only last week was I blessed to be here with my grandmother, but on tonight, all the way from Jacksonville, Florida, we have the one, the only, my mother, Felicia Jones, joining us in the gallery. She is joined by her friend from Montgomery County in Rockville, Maryland, Mamie Diggs. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Gentleman from Frederick.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Another reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this Thursday night is the Irish celebration from 8 to 11 at Galway Bay. We're asking for a $30 donation to Teach for America.
Gentleman from Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is my pleasure tonight to rise to wish one of our colleagues a happy birthday. Her birthday was actually yesterday, but given that many of us have birthdays after session and we don't get a celebration, I thought we should at least give her a hand on her birthday the day after. May I use the delegate's name, please?
Permission to use the delegate's
Permission
name.
to use the delegate's name, please?
Yes.
Thank you for permission. Could we get a big round of applause for Delegate Foley for her birthday?
Any other personal or guest announcements? Seeing none, quorum call. Oh, excuse me, yes. Pages up front. Up front.
Almost ain't good enough. Come on down, you sunshines. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, look what we got here, y'all. We got a whole 9 of them, okay? So since, just like today, I only had 1 minute, I only got 1 minute. So I'm gonna make this quick. And so y'all know the drill. When I call your name, step up and wave to your delegate. You ready? First up, Tavion Alexis, Prince George's County, District 22, Parkdale High School. Ivana Awula, Baltimore County, District 44A, Catonville High School. Hannah Troy, Montgomery County, District 15, Winston Churchill High School. Ken Gonzalez, Montgomery County, District 19, Northwood High School. Area Johnson, Anne County, District 33B, Crofton High School. Giselle Maldonado, St. Mary's County, District 29A, St. Mary's Brighton High School. Emily Price, Fredericks County, District 4, Urbana High School. Ariana Stevens, Baltimore City, District 45, Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. Okay. Larkin Stoker, Hartford County, District 35. C. Milton Wright High School. All right. I want y'all to have a nice week, all 9 of you. And I will talk to you again on Friday. Have a good night, you wonderful sunshines. I'm going to be good tonight, Madam Speaker. I'm not going to get on nobody tonight, but I'll see them on Friday. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Any other comments? Yes. No. Quorum call.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? Clerk will call the roll. There being 135 members present, the House is still in session, recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stands adjourned until Tuesday, March 12th at 10 a.m., legislative date March 1st.